Once upon a time in the ancient kingdom of Phrygia, there ruled a wealthy and prosperous king named Midas. His kingdom was famed for its lush gardens, fertile lands, and magnificent palaces. King Midas was known far and wide for his great wealth and love of luxury, and he took immense pride in the opulence of his court. Yet, despite his riches, Midas was not content. He was always yearning for more, driven by a desire that never seemed to be satisfied. One day, a stranger arrived at the gates of Midas's palace. The stranger was none other than Silenus, the elderly companion of Dionysus, the god of wine and revelry. Silenus had wandered into Midas's realm while escaping from a band of marauding satyrs. King Midas, always eager to show off his hospitality, welcomed Silenus warmly and offered him a grand feast. During his stay, Silenus regaled the court with tales of Dionysus and the god's many adventures. Impressed by Midas's generosity and hospitality, Dionysus decided to reward him. One evening, the god appeared in a flash of light, his presence radiant and intoxicating. "King Midas," Dionysus said with a smile, "I am grateful for the kindness you have shown to my companion. I will grant you one wish. Ask for anything, and it shall be yours." Midas, his eyes gleaming with desire, wasted no time in making his wish. "Great Dionysus, grant me the power to turn everything I touch into gold." Dionysus's smile widened, and with a nod, he granted Midas's wish. The god vanished as suddenly as he had appeared, leaving Midas to marvel at his newfound power. At first, Midas was overjoyed with his wish. Everything he touched, the fruits in his orchard, the flowers in his garden, even the furniture in his grand palace, transformed into shimmering gold. His halls sparkled with the brilliance of his new treasures, and he felt a sense of triumph that he had never experienced before. Midas spent hours wandering through his palace, touching everything in sight. His every step left a trail of golden objects, and his heart swelled with pride at the sight of his newfound wealth. The kingdom rejoiced at his prosperity, and the news of his golden touch spread far and wide. However, the joy of Midas's gift was short-lived. As he sat down to a grand feast, he found that the food and drink on his table turned to gold the moment he touched them. The once delectable dishes were now useless, and Midas found himself starving despite the abundance around him. His heart sank as he realized that even the simple pleasures of life were now beyond his reach. The true blow came when he reached out to embrace his beloved daughter, Marigold, who had come to celebrate his fortune. As he hugged her, she too turned into a cold, lifeless statue of gold. The sight of his own child transformed into a beautiful but inanimate figure filled Midas with profound grief and despair. Desperate, Midas called upon Dionysus, pleading for the god to undo the curse. He wandered the palace, his heart heavy with sorrow, and prayed to the heavens for relief. Dionysus, moved by Midas's anguish, decided to grant his request. Dionysus appeared once more, this time with a compassionate gaze. "You have learned the true cost of your greed, King Midas. To rid yourself of this curse, you must wash away the touch of gold. Go to the river Pactolus and bathe in its waters." With renewed hope, Midas hurried to the river. He immersed himself in its cool, flowing waters, and as he washed, the golden touch flowed away, turning the sands of the river into gold. Midas emerged from the river, relieved to find that his curse had been lifted. Though Midas was freed from his golden touch, the loss of his daughter and the misery he had endured left a lasting mark on him. He realized that true wealth was not in the accumulation of material riches but in the love and simple joys of life. In the years that followed, Midas dedicated himself to ruling his kingdom with wisdom and compassion. He used his wealth to build temples and help the needy, ensuring that his kingdom flourished not just with gold, but with prosperity and goodwill. The story of King Midas became a legend, passed down through generations as a cautionary tale about the perils of greed and the true meaning of wealth. Midas's tale was a reminder that the most valuable treasures are not always those that glitter, but those that touch the heart and soul. And so, King Midas lived out his days as a wiser and humbler ruler, his story forever echoing through the annals of time.